I just wanted to come over here and share a little bit with some people who may have a similar problem to me. You do meal prep and you go throughout your whole week, and then by like Wednesday, you're just really, really sick of whatever it was that you made. So you cook all these meals at the beginning of the week, and it's Wednesday or Thursday or whatever day, and you're really, really sick and tired of eating the same meals. Well, what I want to talk to you about a little bit is habits. So, once you get into the habit of meal prepping, you're going to be doing it every week. On Sunday night, I spend some time, or Sunday afternoon after church, I take aside 2 or 3 hours and pretty much just make everything that I have to make for the week. So as the week goes on and as the weeks build up, this habit allows for me to have these freezer meals that are from other weeks that I can use and incorporate when I get sick of it for next week. Now let me explain. Last week, right? I make black bean soup. I make the little platanos on the side. I make chicken and rice. This week, I made pot roast. And my other meal was spaghetti, squash, and meatballs, all in the freezer. So just like this week where I'm sick of everything on like Wednesday, last week I was sick of everything of like Wednesday. So that'll be the day where I'll do one of two things. First thing I'll do, invite somebody over and share with them. Second thing I would do is rotate it over to the second side of the freezer so I know it's the meal from the other week, because all my containers look the same. And so what you get then is the next week, when you get sick of that meal, you have last week, which you're not sick of anymore. And because I practice something called fresh freezing, which is basically you freeze your food the same exact day that you cook it. So you cook it, you cool it to an appropriate temperature that's safe to eat. Whether you do that naturally, just out in the open, or you do an ice bath, your choice. And then you freeze it. So you're locking in those flavors and the nutrients that are there from that day. It's not like you're eating leftovers from the fridge, because that's really nasty. But anyway, then the next week, when you're sick of it again, you go back to the last Wednesday and you start all over. So by building this habit of meal prep every single week, you have these options that are built in. And I usually will typically keep things frozen for about 6 weeks to 8 weeks. After that, I get a little scary, and I'll just go ahead and throw it away. But by that time, we're on to the next, or often a little example of how that sick of meal prep turns out looking. So these are my meals from this week. This will be the spaghetti squash. This is the other second meal, option 2 from this week. And then behind it, I have these others. So that's like black bean soup. That one is chicken tacos. So chicken tacos, if I don't eat them by the end of this week, they'll be on their way out. However, that is an option that you can use when you get sick of everything.